Everyone, welcome to another episode of Unpontificated Faith. Today I was reading in Matthew 7. It's a well-known verse that everybody likes, but something kind of hit me a little bit differently this time around. You can read the same verse in the Bible 1,000 times, and something hits you. The Holy Spirit does something. But so today, Matthew 7:21 to 23. You know it well. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name and cast out demons in your name and do many mighty works in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. And there's different versions of that, workers of iniquity, those kind of things. When we talk about being a Christian, we always talk about being in relationship with Jesus Christ and getting to know the Lord. How can you know the Lord more? You read his word, you meditate on his word, you spend time with him, you pray, that kind of thing. That's how you get to know the Lord as best as you can. But our goal should also be to get the Lord to know us, right? So sometimes, at least for me, I've never really kind of looked at it that way. How do I get the Lord to know me? Not so much, well, not as well as it's a reciprocal. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So this is not an intellectual knowledge, of course. This is an intimate, relational type of knowledge that the Lord wants to have with us. And I've come to instead of flipping it the way and say, I want to get to know the Lord, in my mind, I'm also saying, I want the Lord to know me. So how do I get the Lord to know me? Because on that day, I don't want him to say, what did you say? I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of lawlessness. So one way in my mind, in my relationship with the Lord, to get him to know me is not to be a lawless worker. I don't want to be a worker who does lawless work. I want to be a worker who does God's work, the work of the Lord, who does things in the law of Christ, right? So it's in the verse, right there in the whole verse. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father who is in heaven. So what is the will of the Father, right? So you get into heaven, you have to do the will of the Father, right? What shouldn't you do necessarily? Because it says, on that day, many will say to me, did we not prophesy in your name? That's not enough, right? So you can prophesy in his name, but the Lord doesn't know you. You're working lawlessness. He doesn't know you, and you're prophesying in his name. That's not enough. Did we not cast out demons in your name? Doesn't matter. The Lord doesn't know you. You can cast out demons in his name. It doesn't matter. He doesn't know you. It doesn't matter. Did we not do many mighty works in your name? Irrelevant. Irrelevant, guys. The Lord has to know you. And how does he know you? Because you're doing the will of the Father. So let me just get down here. I'm on my phone. And in John 6, so Jesus has fed the 5,000. He's saying, I am the bread of life to the crowds. And they ask him, and they said to him, what must we do to be doing the works of God? Jesus answered them, this is the work of God, that you believe in him whom he has sent. Right? So that is the work of God. So when you're talking about you who do lawless works, you workers of iniquity, the work of God is to believe in him whom he has sent. Right? So when Jesus says, I never knew you, he is in effect saying, you didn't believe that I was sent from God. And there's other places where Jesus says, if you see me, you've seen the Father. If you accept, the only way to accept the Father is to accept the Son. There's only way to the Father is through the Son. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but through me. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been meditating on today is this idea that I want Jesus to know me as well as we want to know God as best as we can, through his word and all that. And reciprocally, we want Jesus to know us. We don't want him to say he never knew us. So what are we going to do? We're going to believe in Jesus Christ, that he was sent by God, and have faith in him. And obviously do those things. Study his word. Um, do not forsake the assembling of brothers and sisters together. Prayer, gospel songs, all these, things that we talk about. Very important. But really, you've got to be in a relationship with Jesus. So make that a point. For me, it was a switch where I want Jesus to know me. I want him to know me intimately. And it's just kind of a mind switch in my head. I don't know about you guys, but let me know what you think. I'd appreciate that. And this is something I was thinking about today. Appreciate your ears. Thank you very much, and God bless.